Hello and welcome to Trojan Talk. I'm your host, Aaron Taylor. With me today is Korrie Lynn Williamson, Assistant Director of Enrollment Services here at Troy University. Thanks for joining me here today.
Of course. Thanks for inviting me.
And we're here to talk about a new opportunity for transfer students. This is students that are in the community college system and two-year system to come to Troy and to get a little extra money for coming to Troy, right?
Absolutely.
Tell us about this program.
Yes, so last fall we took a look at our funding, our availability for our scholarships for our transfer student. We rebuilt those just to offer some better financial support for those students. This can be for any of the community college students within the state of Alabama outside of the state. It can also be for students that are at four-year institutions. Primarily our focus is those community college students. We want them to finish their degree at the community college they're at, and then of course transfer to Troy, become a Trojan, and have that financial support.
And of course, this is definitely an upgrade to what was in place before. There's a lot more offerings.
Yes.
We'll get into some of the specific offerings in a little bit, but tell me a little bit about where we were and to where we are now, and why this change was made.
Absolutely. So there were some adjustments in our office within our department. Scholarship specialist, myself moving into a new role, our awesome leader, Mr. Buddy Starling, he kind of just challenged us essentially to look at what we were doing, how we were actually serving students. Was there something better we could do? So we kind of put our heads together, looked at what we were doing, realized what was and wasn't working, and built this new scholarship offering for our students. And hopefully it's rolling out in the fall of 22, but we do hope that it will allow for more students to come to Troy, not worry about their finances as much, and of course leave Troy with as little debt as possible.
And one of those things is you talk about finances and worry about finances, and for students that go to community college, a lot of times that's one of the #1 concerns is why they've gone to community college, is to be able to save money on those first 2 years. So now there's an opportunity for them to come to Troy for a little less money. And talk about what we're talking about, the program here, and what kind of scholarships we're offering in this new program.
Of course. So at the community college level, of course, their tuition's just a little bit different, well, a lot of it different than ours. Essentially, as you were mentioning, a lot of students will choose to go to a community college system because of the financial bearing that they may have or situation that they may be in. So then coming to Troy, as they start to look at other institutions to finish their bachelor's degree versus their associate's degree, a lot of students start to consider, what is my financial situation? So what we're going to offer now is 2 different scholarship brackets for our transfer students, similar to what we offer our freshmen, but a difference in money value there. So we will be offering a 1 Troy transfer scholarship. That's actually broken down anywhere from a 4.0 GPA to a 2.5 GPA. Those students are going to be eligible to receive financial support through this scholarship opportunity. Of course, the higher your GPA, the higher the money value, so just keep that in mind. And aside from that, we really realized that there's a high urgency, a high importance for our students that are in Phi Theta Kappa, which is the Community College Honor Society, to have an advantage when it comes to scholarships. So we started offering that as well. We will offer 40 of those. So essentially a student will be eligible for that as long as they are a member of PTK, which is the Phi Theta Kappa. The requirements for that are a little bit different. That money value is a lot higher. There's only a certain amount, so there are 40 of those awards available. And a student would have to have a letter of recommendation from the PTK advisor to be selected for that.
And there's 1 from each program, so that's a more competitive scholarship.
Right, 1 from each location across the state of Alabama. It is very much more competitive. So for example, one of our close partners is Lurleen B. Wallace Community College, just down the road in Andalusia. They have a campus in Greenville as well. So we will be awarding an Andalusia student that scholarship, as well as a Greenville campus student that scholarship, and that extends across the state of Alabama.
And of course, with that, you said being more competitive, there's more involved with getting that. And now, are these open and available for folks to start looking into right now? Is it open and available?
Absolutely. I came over here just a few moments ago and I had a chance to look, and there were several students that have already taken advantage of this and applied, as well as for that 1 Troy transfer scholarship. So the 1 Troy transfer scholarship is a little bit different. I'll take a moment to discuss that. Again, that's going to start at a 2.5 GPA, and that's going to be $1,000. That goes up to that 4.0 GPA, and that's an award of $4,000. Once you hit the 3.5 bracket and up to the 4.0 GPA, you're looking at $4,000. Now, I do want to explain, students kind of panic. What if that award has already been given out at my school, so that PTK scholarship has already gone to someone? Students are still eligible to apply for the One Troy transfer. Depending on their GPA will determine that money value. So that One Troy transfer, that's $1,000 at the 2.5 GPA level up to $4,000 at the 3.5 and higher GPA.
So there's a good chance that if someone was eligible for the PTK scholarship, they're going to be at the higher limit of that bracket there.
Absolutely. And that was kind of our mindset behind creating the two. Obviously, we want to award those PTK students for their honors, their high GPA. They've been very involved in their college. So that's important. We at Troy, obviously, we love leaders. We want to mold leaders on campus. And so we want them to be able to leave their legacy that they've built at the community college, come over to Troy, continue leading, continue being involved in those honor societies while being awarded for what they've done at the community college already.
Okay. Well, if anybody needs information, what can they do to get information?
Of course, they can reach out to their admissions counselor or anyone in our office. They're welcome to give me a call, send over an email. Depending on their campus at their college, kind of determines who their admissions counselor is. But if they want to just reach out to the Office of Admissions, they can. Our email address is admit, admit at troy.edu, or they're welcome to give me a call directly. My phone number is 334-808-6707.
All right. Well, thanks for letting us know about this, and here's hoping students take advantage of these scholarships.
Absolutely. As always, go Trojans.
All right, go Trojans, and thank you for joining us.
Of course.
Thank you for joining us on today's edition of Trojan Talk.